Havin Fagan doing Jim Croce's Dreamin Again.
Don't you know I had a dream last night that you were here with me, lying by my side, so soft and warm. And we talked a while and shared a smile, then we shared the dawn. But when I woke up, oh, my dream, it was gone. Don't you know I had a dream last night that you were here with me? You were by my side, so soft and warm. And you said you'd thought it over, you said that you were coming home. But when I woke up, oh, my dream, it was gone. I'm not the same, can you blame me? Is it hard to understand? I can't forget, you can't change me, I'm not that kind of man. Don't you know I had a dream last night and everything was still. You were by my side, so soft and warm. And I dreamed that we were lovers in the lemon scented rain. But when I woke up, oh, I found that again I had been dreaming, dreaming again. I had been dreaming, dreaming again.
Ah, very nice, yeah, lovely song.
Dude, love that guy's writing.
Yeah, it's great stuff. And that's a track of his that I haven't got a copy of too, so I particularly enjoyed it. Yeah. I might have it on vinyl, but I never play vinyl anymore.
Oh, I keep all three, vinyl, CD, and MP3, and cassette tapes.
I keep them. I've got shelves and shelves and shelves of them, and I've got 3 or 4 turntables, none of which are hooked up. All I play is CDs, and I don't even play my CDs on a CD player. I play them on my DVD player and listen to them through the speakers of my TV.
Oh my God.
The only
There's so
thing
many choices now.
the only thing I listen to through my stereo speakers is the radio.
Well, you know, the trouble is that a lot of vinyl records, you just can't find the songs there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of songs Phil and I used to do that you can't find anymore.
Yeah. Some great tunes that, yeah, they just disappear, don't they?
Yeah.
I'll
Shame.
tell
I
you.
hear a vinyl record these days, and it reminds me of how lucky I am to live in the millennium where we have CD and digital quality.
But you know,
clarity.
if you want to play a record, it's as easy as going onto YouTube, finding the song that you want to play, and there will be a recording on there with with every little crackle and bump there, with a picture of the band for pretty well every song. Me and Roger sit round and think of songs to just dial in. And they're all there. You know, every now and then there'll be something you can't find. You might not be able to find a particular song, but you can find every artist.
Yeah.
Well, anyone you can think of. Oh,
You call this the intranet, do you?
Yes.
You checked out some of the old stuff on YouTube?
Oh, it's fantastic. I like looking at old videos. Like the Beatles doing Revolution on the Dick Cavett show.
Right, no.
Their last best.
Write that one down, right?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, you get Jim Croce, Cat Stevens doing stuff.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, who was the guy, the Australian great that you were, you had some contact with a little while ago? He was a big hit in the 60s, he told me about.
John Williams?
John Williams,
Not
and there was another guy.
in the 60s, Johnny O'Keefe, perhaps.
Johnny O'Keefe.
Oh,
I went and I punched him up and damned if he wasn't on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he wrote the Wild One.
I had no
Ooh,
concept
baby,
of
I'm a
Dreamin'
wild
Again.
one.
Oh, but you were
Yeah.
interested in, there was some kind of thing where you said, you gotta listen to this guy, he's really good.
Ah,
You know,
yeah.
It was wonderful. I thought, whoa, where was that guy?
Well, his bass player in those heady times now resides here in Mount Gambier, and we
No
played
kidding.
a country music festival, and I was lucky enough to have
Does a
Lenny
program here on
bass
Monday
behind
mornings,
me, and
Lenny.
he was also supporting Johnny O'Keefe. Yeah, that would have
That
been
was
where that story came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a great bass player. He's with some amazing seasoned rock and roll stories.
Oh, isn't he? Yeah. And you can listen to him every Monday morning between 9 and 12 here on 5GTR-FM. Your choice.
Good God, who doesn't wind up here? I tell you.
I trained Lenny up when he came into the station actually years ago, and he took over my old show. I used to do the Monday morning spot for a lot of years, and he's a good mate of mine, Lenny, and he does a great show. He plays all Australian music from the 1960s for 3 hours, and it's wonderful. A few from the 70s, but I love hearing a lot of really hard to get stuff too, you know, because all of that stuff was on limited issue vinyl back in those days. So, you know, they wouldn't do a big pressing just in case the song wasn't going to be a hit. So they'd do a limited press first. If that sold out, then they'd do another bigger press and so forth. So a lot of those songs that weren't hits, there's not many copies of them around. They're very collectible. Anything Australian's collectible, Kevin, so while you're here, buy up big time.
Oh, you bet.
If you're a stamp collector, go down to the post office and buy anything you can find of Australian in the way of stamps, because we're a small country, we've got a small population, and so we only do small print runs.
Oh, you know what I would take with me if I could? Your pies.
Oh yeah.
I love your pies.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot get pies like that.
A bit of a national institution here.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You put sauce on yours, or do you bung ketchup on it?
Any way I can do it, as long as they go in my mouth.
Yeah. You see how do you say ketchup?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. It sounds like you're trying to hack something up, doesn't it, Phil?
It is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks like that too, even if it's the wrong kind.
Yeah, well, I've tasted what you call ketchup, and it's not like tomato sauce.
Oh, is it different?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, look,
no.
it's this fluorescent red.
Oh, it is, yeah.
It's nasty looking stuff, I tell
Oh,
you.
but it tastes great on a hamburger?
You try some good old Aussie tomato sauce and you won't get that bloody fluorescent muck again.
But you know, if you got a good hamburger going,
Oh,
let the ketchup so it goes down your arms,
no.
that's a good hamburger.
Don't eat that stuff. It looks radioactive.
It may be, but it sure tastes good.
McDonald's don't even use it.
Sure they do.
No, not that radioactive fluorescent stuff.
Oh yeah, that's Heinz you're talking about. They use the other kind.
Now about your humorous side, Kevin.
Oh, I have a few of those.
What can you play us from your funny bone?
Well, let's see. We have the ever popular cowboy song.
That's the one I've played.
Let's hear. All right, it's after 8 o'clock. Let's hear that. We're probably not going to play any more CDs. We'll go right through until we get kicked out of here at 9 o'clock.
Oh, excellent. Well, I have a special fondness for that one since Phil rang me. Oh God, what was the last year when you sang that on the radio?
Well, he rang you in America.
Yeah.
Did he reverse charges?
No, he's a generous guy. But he told me that he'd sung this on your radio station. That he actually had some calls for
Yes,
replays.
we had quite a response from it actually. It was, from the RSPCA.
I'll bet you did. Well, this one's been sung quite a few times in different places, and I wrote it when I was a young man. I'd been living in London and worked at the BBC over there in '79 and '80. I was a low-level grunt.
They like to make things bleed in London.
Oh yeah, they were very genteel, and I began to feel kind of genteel being a young man. And I came back and looked at the brash American society and thought, this is ridiculous. You know, the guys with the big hats, and so I thought I'd write a song making fun of them. That was that. So, and Phil always got a kick out of this one.
No.
So you're gonna do a little harmony on this thing for me?
I'll help out with the barnyard noises.
All right, yeah, you know where they go. All right, this one, you need to put the 6-year-olds away to bed, I guess.
Oh, they're long gone.
Okay, good. I'm just a lonesome cowboy riding on the range. I'm just a lonely cowboy. Some people say I'm strange. I don't know what they're talking about. I seem alright to me. So come on down to the ranch sometime and see what you can see. We'll pull out all my toys and we can have ourselves a game. Whips and chains and branding irons, you'll never feel the same. Just stick it to them doggies, boy, that's all you'll ever need. So come on down to the ranch sometime and let's make something bleed. Oh, you can ride my Bronco and feel your pressure rise. Tip your spurs and strychnine and gouge out both his eyes. It always makes them kick so fine, it's such a thrill to see. And when you finished up with him, you can have a ride on me. Let's pull out all my toys and we can have ourselves a game. Whips and chains and branding irons, you'll never feel the same. Just stick it to them doggies, boy, that's all you'll ever need. So come on down to the ranch sometime and let's make something bleed. Well, maybe if we're lucky, we can find a calf or two. Get some cans of Crisco, one for me, one for you. There's nothing like a doggy underneath the starry sky. It's such a fulfilling experience. When I think on it, I cry. So if you want to be a cowboy like me, it ain't too hard. Why, you can do it just yourself right in your own backyard. Hey, look, there's Bo the puppy. It looks like she's in heat. So strap that sucker down real tight. Make sure she don't kick it fine. Just grease her up and do her right. And let's make something bleed. Oh, lovely.
Oh, you sick bastard.
Thank you very much. I resemble that remark, as Phil likes to say.
What does that tell us about the man? That's what I want to know.
Oh, the man.
Where was your head? Where was your head space the day that you wrote that song?
Well,
Had you done a story on animal cruelty, or?
No, I've done a few since, but no, you know, I listened to Tom Lehrer when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He was terrific, and I guess he's sick and twisted.
Well, he was the piano player.
Yeah.
I love his stuff. I remember that. What was that song he did about? About the guy that made the bomb.
Oh, so long, Mom, I'm off to drop the bomb, so don't wait
up
for me.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion? Right. There is a song that I think last Christmas you were inspired to write a Christmas song.
Oh,
Santa?
the sick one? Oh, yeah, why, I do have a Santa song.
A sick Santa song.
It could be a holiday tune for you.
Oh look, I love sick Santa songs.
Can we slip that in while we're still in July?
Yeah, well it is Christmas in July, exactly. I've got a Christmas in July show to do this Saturday on the last day of July.
Oh, well there you go.
So, would you consider doing an ode to
Absolutely.
Oh, I'd love to
Is
hear
it okay? Is it safe to play a song like that?
What is this song called?
Santa's Having Fun.
Santa's Having Fun.
It grows out of my crime reporting, I guess you could say.
Is there? Yeah.
Very much.
Anything else you'd like to add to the what the song's about? Santa's Having Fun.
Homicide is involved.
All right.
Yes, it's a 187 song, as we like to say in police code back
All right.
home.
That sounds good. All right, let's have a listen. Is it follow a nice Christmas tune? Does it?
Oh, it's a very tender Christmas.
Well, because if it comes out good, I'm sure all the presenters here will give it a spin at Christmas time.
Well, there we have it. Yeah, it's, actually, I have the world's most depressing Christmas song. This one is the one I like better.
All right, let's have this one.
Well, thank you, Phil. Right. Well, Santa Claus is coming, and he's got himself an axe. He broke out of the nut house, and he's looking to fill his sack. He's hunting down the kitties, yeah, he's flying across the ice. And this time he don't care if they're naughty or they're nice. Look out, Santa's on a rampage, all you kiddies better run. It's gonna be a messy Christmas, 'cause Santa's having fun. Yeah, this Santa likes it when you're sitting on his lap, 'cause you never know what's coming until he starts to hack. It's an important job he's got to do, but thank goodness he's got some help. He leaves the tricky filet work to his posse of psycho elves. Look out, Santa's on a rampage, all you piddies better run. It's gonna be a messy Christmas, 'cause Santa's having fun. Can't say that he's not jolly, yeah, this Santa likes his work. He likes to share his sharp-edged toys, so what if he's berserk? By the time he's done the night before, the only thing stirring will be the Mises, 'cause all through the house and in his sack you'll be sleeping in heavenly pieces. So leave out the cookies and the milk, Santa, he likes that, 'cause when he's through butchering you, he'll want to have a snack. Little Susie wants a dolly, and Johnny wants a track, but Santa wants to hear them scream, oh how he loves this night. Look out, Santa's on a rampage, all you kiddies better run. It's gonna be a messy Christmas, 'cause Santa's having fun. Yeah, Santa's having fun. Little kitties on the run, their heads will come undone when Santa's having fun.
Oh, yes.
Thank you very much.
That's not far from the truth, that one. I hear that Santa is currently an inmate in an asylum somewhere in the North Pole, and if they release him early enough, before Christmas, there may be a bit of trouble about
You know, the parole agents are pretty lax up there.
Yeah,
I've reported on it.
Yeah, what's his name? Mr. Snowman, isn't he? Is he the
Mr. Snowman, the parole agent?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah. Yeah, and he's been known to be greased with a few, you know, slip him some carrots for a nose, you know,
Yeah,
a few
yeah,
snowballs,
exactly, yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
thing. It's trouble.
exactly
Trouble.
mate. Those ice prisons don't hold you for very long, Phil.
Yeah. And when you're stuck in there, you start thinking about little kids in different ways.
Apparently he's already eaten the owls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Nasty
done
stuff.
amazingly bad things to the reindeer.
Amazingly.
You would not want to know what he's done to the reindeer.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
poor, poor Rudolph.
Just think of poor Mrs. Santa, and I've just been hanging out with
No,
her.
no, they've been divorced for
time.
5 years, mate. That's what the start of all this trouble was.
Oh hell yeah! It's
Yeah.
when she showed up in a rubber
She-
suit with a riding
She's
crop.
living at the South Pole.
Yeah.
apparently,
Yeah.
apparently shacked up with Peter Pan.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
So, you know,
Tinkerbell will be
it's a strange old world that we live in.
You
And it
bet.
just keeps getting stranger, doesn't it, Kevin?
Oh, it always does. That's why I'm a permanently employed reporter.
I think before it
First
gets
on the scene.
before it gets any stranger, we probably should hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back with another song from Kevin right after the break.
That was a funny one to pull.
We're back here live with Kevin Fagan and Phil Royle, and we are talking about Mike Nesmith. Well,
Yeah.
we are, but
Oh, he's wonderful.
yeah.
Different drum, the acoustic stuff he did. He's terrific.
yeah,
That guy's an American treasure.
he is. Yeah. Well, I must. Apparently, there were copies of this particular cassette that I was talking about that he recorded live in Australia at the Palais Theatre in St Kilda. He had some copies because he must have made a deal with the record company where they didn't pay him money; they paid him in copies of the cassette.
That's what he had
I
to
only
say
know
to
Mike
him.
Nesmith
And he
as a
had these
member of
copies,
the
and
Monkees.
he was selling them on his website to collectors for $20 each. But he stressed that these are the worst recording I've ever been involved
Oh
in.
no, how bad are they? You've got it.
Yeah, no, it's listenable.
Yeah.
I've heard worse.
Did you Joanne?
Well, I think he does Joanne and he does Silvery Moon, but it's the versions. He messed with the arrangements, and they don't sound like the singles.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
too
he
bad.
sort of. But I think, you know, I don't mind him. You know, a few listens and you sort of get used to the way that he's doing them.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but it,
Well, it's like Dylan. He
the
does
purists
different
wouldn't
every
like it. Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Dylan, oh, look, I heard a version the other day. My mate Buggo, who you met,
Yeah.
he's a big Dylan fan, and he played me a heap of Dylan songs that was Dylan doing cover versions.
No.
And he played me Dylan doing Brown Sugar, the Rolling Stones song, and
It's a little scary.
there were a couple of others, but the one that he dug out, he had a version of Bob Dylan doing Jimi Hendrix's version of All Along the Watchtower, which Bob Dylan wrote himself.
Oh, yeah.
And Bob must have thought, oh, I'm going to do a tribute, because he gives a bit of a rave before, do a tribute to Jimi Hendrix, right? So he tells the band, right, we're going to do Jimi Hendrix's style, you know, not exactly note for note. And he must have had a listen and thought, right, how's Jimmy do this differently to me? Oh, he sings it faster. Right, okay. So he must have put that in his head, and then when he came to do it, it was all on the watchtower, and then Gat, you know. And then it was just racing the line, and there was all this room at the end, and he didn't quite get the way that Jimmy did it, but I guess he wrote the lyrics.
For who he was.
Oh, we do.
And how he did the songs his own way.
Yes, and Buggo's out there listening right now saying, you stop picking on Dylan, Doctor, or I'm going to sort you. Well, he knows. I pick on Dylan all the time, but I love him dearly.
Oh, who doesn't? Anyone who loves music loves this.
Yeah, I love doing Dylan songs. I just can't handle listening to him do them.
There's some beautiful cover versions of his songs.
Beautiful, isn't
All
it?
gorgeous.
Yeah, magic. Now, we're getting towards the end of the show. We've got another 15 minutes to go. So we might try and fill that out with some music. What do you reckon, Kevin?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favourite song of all time?
Did I write?
Well, yeah, what's your favourite song that you've written?
Let's see, I have one that I wrote about a dear friend of mine who died,
Mm.
and I've sung it at a few funerals.
Yeah?
It's a sad song, but some people seem to
Well,
like
we can
it.
sort of
And then I
fake,
have
we
one
can
that I
fake a
wrote
bit
for
of
my
a
wife.
funeral atmosphere for you if you like. Put on the
Yeah,
long
maybe we'll do a
faces.
little upbeat one after this,
All right.
if we have a moment.
What's this one called?
This is called I Will Think of You.
Very nice. Take it away.
When the sun is on my shoulders, when the road is open wide, when the morning fills with promise, when I look up to the sky, when I lose my way and stumble home, when the wind around me sighs, I will think of you. I will feel you in my soul, and I will see you in my dreams. You're in the ones I love, the ones I hate, the ones I haven't seen. And I'm a better man for loving you, the truth you helped me see. I will think of you. There's nothing left to hurt you now. What's done is done, so let it all go by. You can't make sense of something that makes no sense at all. And now we learn the meaning of goodbye. When the sun is on my shoulders, when the road is open wide, when the morning fills with promise, when I look up to the sky, when I lose my way and stumble home, when the wind around me sighs, I will think of you. I will think of you.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you.
Very nice, yeah. And you wrote that for someone in particular,
I
did you?
did. My wife's father died right around the time my ex in New Zealand died.
Uh-huh.
So I was filled with the experience of the loss.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what spat that one
Yeah,
out.
very nice, very heartfelt, that one.
Thanks.
Now,
Phil's got a couple favorites somewhere in there.
What would your favourite be, Phil? Because you've played us a few of
Oh,
Kevin's
Phil
songs.
actually
I've got
mastered
quite
a
a
few
few.
of these.
He's pinched half your repertoire, mate.
Yeah. On the way. Oh,
But he gives you credit.
Oh,
he always
oh, he's
credits
the most
you, I must
generous guy
say.
on the planet, I'll
He
tell
tells
you.
us, he tells everybody when he does one of your songs that this is from his mate Kevin in the good old US of A.
Oh, see, that's so nice. And I sent over the DVD that I sent, or I mean the CD that I sent to Emmy Lou as a demo. I sent it to Phil, and he starts sending back songs with the drums and the strings and all that stuff. He turned them into, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was like, he turned them into new songs. It was wonderful.
I've got a lot of favourites of
Well, that's
Kevin's songs.
I might have to plunder your songwriting folder myself, Kevin, because I quite like a lot of your songs. It's just the way that you write them. They just seem to me to be songs that would be easy to sing.
Thank you
Do you
so
know what I
much.
mean? There's a lot of songs around that that you can't understand. You might get the verse, you might get the chorus, but you'll never get both. But I can understand every word, and I can understand the sentiment in every word that you're singing, and they're really nice. Whether